154. Next steps. What's up, YouTube? Lil Tachi come through. He overextended his punch. Duck under and move in. Oh, there's another kid here? What the heck? I don't remember that. Her kick is too high. She's off balance. Exploit that. Oh, grabbed her ankle. Flip. There's another kid. Where all these kids come from? I was gonna say, Lil Tachi he only got 2 eyes, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked at the girl. I was like, those look like eyes. But then I'm like, they could be eyebrows. Them eyes. So she's got Tachi he only got his 2 eyes, but he's 7, so he's not old enough. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's different. I don't know. So she's got her second eyes right there, and then homie's got another eye in the middle. Left hook was thrown prematurely. Lean your head back an inch. Weaved, and now I'm in range. Oh, you jumped back. Okay. Where are all these kids coming from? These kids are coming. They're just spawning. Strike incoming towards the face, and another kick aimed at the ribs. Their attacks are becoming more coordinated. Okay, dodging and moving, schmoving. All right. Lower your body to dodge the kick aimed at your head and block the one aimed at the ribs. Damn. Use the force of the kick to push away from the current disadvantageous position. Okay, Art? You got like, how many kids swarming you? 4? Time. Ah, damn it. It's so close. We could have had him if you give us 1 more minute, Master. Enough. It's 4 against 1, and you still complain after being unable to land a single solid hit on Arthur? How do you feel, Arthur? Never better. I love him. All right, we getting it in. For about 4 months had passed in the outside world, which means 1 month had been a year. No, so 4 months. It's been 4 years in here. They're probably gonna tell us. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably all wrong. Meaning I had trained in the soul realm for nearly 4 years because of the ether orb. While my body had barely aged I know how to say this word. Physiologically, it had gained years of muscle memory and core levels under the tutelage of Cordry. My 14th birthday had recently passed, just as any other day. I'd spent it honing my body, my reflexes, and my acuity for combat. Schmovin'. Cordry had also helped refine my mana to aid in combat, but hadn't taught me anything new conceptually. It needs to become second nature before he tries to introduce something else. Nah, he's still a baby. Still a baby. I wasn't sure if it was because of the physiological differences between human and Asuras, or the fact that he didn't want to or wasn't allowed to pass on the Theistes clan mana arts to a non-clan member. That makes sense. I merely trusted Cordry and absorbed whatever he did teach instead. That makes more sense than what I was saying. What I was saying and feeling me true. Thanks again for helping me train, guys. They all got their... So upset, Master Cordry. Thank you for training me up until now. It was a treat for me as well. When is the next portion of our training? Is everything okay? Yes, we will start the next portion of training soon. It's just that you have not changed. Not change? What do you mean? He's like, I didn't progress. I think they're talking about his personality. My mana core has advanced into the latter levels of light yellow. That's almost a full stage. Arthur, while training under the ether orb can be tremendously beneficial. My throat, excuse me. It is strictly forbidden for use on children for prolonged periods of time. The time discrepancy between the two realms can cause psychological displacement if a person is not yet fully developed mentally. That's the point. He's a fully developed, he's a grown man. He has the thought process of a grown man. Even Lord Indrath and I were both hesitant on using it with you, but the impending war gave us no choice. Yet your speech, your demeanor, your mentality, they are no different from how they were before the training began. Your mind has aged 3 years during your training here, but you have not displayed any of the changes a normal child should have undergone. Bro, I'm in my 40s, bro. If I'm not mistaken, King Gray was in his 30s whenever he started this whole thing. He's in his 40s. I'm a grown man, dog. I'm a whole grown man. You making it hard for me to slip under the radar right now. Stop asking questions. Stop asking questions. I've been advanced for my age mentally for pretty much my whole life. I've grown accustomed to presenting myself as such. Becoming a professor at Cyrus to educate students my own age probably helped with that. He was 38. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been 14 years. He's like, if he's 38, he's 50. He's in his 50s. Becoming a professor at Cyrus to educate students. That was the reflection in my glasses. Jesus, I'm thinking something's flying. probably helped with that. All the better for us and for your training. Cordry, thank you again for your help. Anyone else, even among the Asuras, would be subpar compared to your expertise in close quarters combat. No thanks are needed. Arthur must be well trained if he is to have a chance against those mutts. Arthur, remember that the mages in Alakra have been taught and guided by Asuras. Mana arts on that continent are generations more advanced than they are in Thicathan. It frustrates me deeply that our hands are tied like this, but breaking the pact could result in a war that would destroy the world itself. If we don't want that, it is up to you and your peers to fight. Nod. Understood. Little bow. It's a scroll? What is it? Huh? What do we read? What do we read? What do we read? Is he not gonna... Wait, where's Sylvie? So, the information that Cynthia Goodsky provided us, these so-called four scythes, am I to assume that these will be my targets? As per the letter, we have learned that each of the four scythes also have a retainer, a personal aide and direct subordinate, each capable of easily dispatching a lance. There are 4 more who are at a level even above them. We were able to draw conclusions based on the horn fragment collected from the dungeon former Lance Alio was killed. But Goodsky had confirmed that it belonged to a prime blood of the retainer level. Wait. I thought Director Goodsky was under a bind that prevented her from revealing information. Whoa. what was it, Isaiah? Didn't Isaiah leave? It's rare for Isekai to reference past lives this far into a story, much less used as a plot device. That's why being is so interesting. His past is still important. The mysteries behind him in his glass. Yeah. That's why I love the series so much. That's why I love the series so much, because I'm very, very shallow, very limited knowledge on Isekai. But the ones that I have watched or read to whatever point I have, I don't think I've ever finished an Isekai. That it's always like we just delete. It's like we don't think about our old life anymore, and we just live in our new life, and it feels like the series in a way just treats our main character, our MC, as if they were just this individual now, like the person that was set, like let's say they were reincarnated into like a 14-year-old, and now they're just this 14-year-old now. They don't, it's like, I feel like this series consistently reminds you that no, this is a grown man. It consistently reminds you, it's steady, as it should be. That's why I think I like it so much. If I right now were to just start over with my same mindset and be an infant again, there's no way I would ever get to a point in life where I didn't reference my previous life, or reference the fact that, dude, I'm mentally old, even if I don't feel mentally old. Like, my mind doesn't feel old. I don't know that. There's no telling, like, what happens to Art. Like, what happens to Art if he develops dementia whenever he mentally turns 90? Right? He mentally turns 90, gets dementia, but in his new body, he's like 30. And they have to try to figure out why the boy has dementia at 30. We know there's early onset stuff, but it's like stuff like that. It's stuff like that where it's just like, will his mind eventually grow weary like a normal mind, or will he just has like the memories and the experiences of his previous life, but not the drawback? Like, I don't know. I know that's not how dementia works. I know, but this is a fantasy series. I brought up dementia not knowing if dementia even exists in a world like this. But it's just something where it's just like, I don't know. Does he grow weary? I know in Tower of God, they talk about how the individuals that have been alive for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, the super duper old people, start acting weird. And they don't, like, Jinsungs, like, they don't make sense. They just do dumb stuff. And they're not rational. So it's like, will he grow weary? Like, will he grow weary 30 years from now? Because if he was 38 when he died, he's 14. He's like 52. He said they act more child. Right. It's like they act weird. So it's like, in 30 more years, mentally Art will be 80, but in this world he'll be like 30 or 40. Like, what will his mentality be? And that's just to say, I don't know where this goes. I don't know, like, what happens to him or stuff like that, but I don't know mentally. But I feel like it's just something that I feel like I would always reference. Like, damn, as my body just turned 30, yes, but been here for a while. It's my second 30th birthday or something like that. It's stuff I'd be thinking about. I don't know. All right. Scroll back up. Let me reread this because this was a mouthful. All right. So the information that Cynthia Goodsky provided us, the so-called Forsyths, she wasn't executed yet, was she? She wasn't. No, I don't remember. Am I to assume that these will be my targets? As per the letter, we have learned that each of the Forsyths also have a retainer, a personal aide, and a direct subordinate, each capable of easily dispatching a lance. There are 4 more who are at a level even above them. We were able to draw conclusions based on the horn fragment collected from the dungeon former Lance Alia was killed. but Good Sky had confirmed that it belonged to a prime blood of the retainer level. Wait, I thought Director Good Sky was under a bind that prevented her from revealing information. Silence. So the one responsible for killing Alia is what they call a retainer and not a scythe? The scale of this upcoming war. 2 continents will be sending millions of soldiers to fight for their land. Dickaden and my family are currently safe. But for how long will the strength of the Vitra? But for how long with the strength of the Vitra, excuse me. No. At least now I finally have a goal. A solid number of enemies to work with. It's a hell of a thought process. I have my targets. This is where you will be training next. Of course it is. Now, you remember what I told you about this next training, right? I can't use anything except the items in my bag. And I can't use external mana arts. Correct. And you understand what you need to obtain to complete your mission, yes? The pelt of a raptor squirrel, the beast core of a silver panther, and the claws of a titan bear. And these items will prove somehow that I am ready to learn more about the will that Sylvia left me. Oh, and there is one more condition. Ding, 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 ding. You are to wear this at all times. When you've collected all the items on the list, let me know by breaking the bell. Oh, and I recommend retrieving them in that order. You know, I really do have to question your training methods. You know. And off we go. And then we're going on hiatus. I remember this one. Matter of fact, this might have been the reason why I never came back. I remember. This was because it went on break and then yep, okay. I remember. It went on break for the wedding. I remember. That's why.